All right, today we're going to use watercolor paints. So they look like this. And when you first open them, if no one's used them yet, they'll be kind of dry. And that's okay because we're gonna use water to color with them. So first thing I wanna show you that's really cool is you can take an oil pastel and you can make a drawing, and then the watercolor doesn't really like to mix with oil very much. Water and oil don't like to mix. So if you draw a really nice dark line with oil pastel, it's almost like building a little wall on your paper where the watercolor will stop once it hits that wall. This one's really light, see that? So I have a really light line and then a really dark line. So let's see what happens if I paint on top of both of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush wet, and I'm gonna pick a color. So I'll go ahead, maybe I'll just do red, and I'll go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. And I'm gonna put some watercolor on there. And then I'm gonna go and put some watercolor on this circle. I'm gonna dip my brush in the water one more time real quick, and I'm just gonna add a drop of water to each one. So they're really watery. So I'm gonna have you look at this. Now I'm gonna tip it and see if you can see the water starting to pool up right there. What do you think will happen if I keep tipping it? Which one do you think will start to drip first? Oh man. Oh man. See, they're both hitting that oil pastel and they don't want to drip past it. But, yep, that wall is a little bit smaller, isn't it? This wall is stronger. So if you want to go over your drawing one more time with your black oil pastel, make your lines nice and dark, it'll be a little bit easier for you to keep colors where you want them. Because, let's say that I want to make a nice pretty yellow around here. First of all, if I have red on my brush, and I go right into the yellow, I'm not gonna have yellow anymore. I'm gonna have a different color. So make sure, this is very important, make sure that you rinse your brush. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5. And you can wipe it on the side, and then you can switch your colors. I don't wanna see all of these get mixed up. You're gonna keep them nice, all right? So rinse your brush when you switch colors. All right, so I'm gonna get some yellow, and I'm gonna go and paint around my red dot. Oh, look how easy that is to keep them separate. Whereas this one, oh no. Now this can be a cool thing in watercolor, but not if you don't want it. If watercolors touch, they're gonna start to blend together if they're still wet. So since this is a this is a wet dot, you can see that it's gonna start to blend together with that yellow. But because I have all this oil pastel here, it makes a little extra wall. I can break that wall though by adding a little water, and then a little bit will come out. But if you don't want to do that, don't do it. There we go. Okay, so first thing is you want to have a nice dark line that'll make it easier for you to paint and have the colors where you want them. The second thing is to make sure you rinse your brush when you switch colors so you don't mess up all your colors. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to teach you. Ah, yes. So these are watercolors, but that doesn't mean we dump water in the tray, okay? That's a no-no. We just take our brush, make sure our brush gets nice and watery, and then we'll go over to a color, like I haven't used the purple yet, and I can go 1, 2, 3. Let's see how light my purple is. Oh my gosh, it's so light. And you might say, Mrs. Hall, my paint's not working. But you just have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see if it's working. A little bit better. But let's say, Mrs. Hall, I really want a dark purple. You can go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10. Now let's try. Oh, now it's getting much darker. That's looking good. Good. So that's how watercolor works. All right, so you're gonna have fun today. When you're all done, we're gonna put them in the drying rack. You might have to be careful because if you have these big kind of, looks like the water's gonna drip, you might need help, or so you can ask an adult to help you, or you just have to walk really carefully and keep it nice and flat, because if you turn it like that, it's gonna drip like crazy, okay? All right, good luck, have fun.